Hey, fellow sportsmen out there, fishermen. I busted a tip off my fishing pole. I actually stepped on it, and why this side was facing down, I have no idea. So, went to a fishing store, a sports store, and they told me, quote, okay, you'll lose this much of your tip, and just file this side down and put a tip on there. This set, which two of them I'm not even going to use, cost $7.73. Okay, and losing about 3 inches of my fishing pole. Now over here, I went out and got some Gorilla Tape, and I can use this any place, anywhere, and this cost me a grand total of $5.82. All right, now I already had the Gorilla Glue that I'm going to use in this, and then what I'm going to use is also a piece of an old metal clothes hanger. So I'm like a MacGyver guy when it comes to all these things. You can tell that by all the YouTube videos I do. So let me get started here, and I'm going to show you how to actually fix your fishing pole if this ever happens to you, and make it last a long time. Now there's two types of, at least two types of clothes hangers, metal clothes hangers. One's thicker than the other, and the white one is the thinner one for this purpose, and that's the only one that'll fit inside these fishing pole parts. So I'm not going to trim these down at all. All right, they're going to be very well put together. But what I'm doing is I'm sticking this inside and going up as far as I can. I'm not really shoving it or anything like that. I'm just sticking it in there, marking it with my nail, and then pulling it out. And it's about 1 inch. So I want to come down about 2 inches on the other side. So I'm going to cut it about right here. This is a pair of dikes, and I'm going to cut right here. All right. So with that, all right, I've noticed that when I tested on this side, it moved pretty freely inside. There was nothing stopping it from falling down. So we're going to put some Gorilla Glue on both sides of this, and we're going to have it to where when this is put together, it's going to be Gorilla Glue right in that spot too, and we're going to reinforce it with a piece of tape. And none of this should interfere with the line that's going over it. Okay, so let me get rid of some stuff here that I don't need anymore. And so what we want to do now, and you got to be very careful. I have a shop rag here. I've got enough stuff on my bench. Actually, you know, I'm not too worried about my bench because it is old, and I could probably sand it down. So don't get this stuff on your fingers because it will stick to you. So what I do here, we got the wrong one. I'm going to stick this inside, and hopefully it's going to get a little wet. I don't get this up here and get it wet. All right, get it up and get it wet. Let's see. There it is. I see it's wet. This stuff expands, so you need to get that on there. All right, real good. Make sure it's on everything, and that is it right there. Get the top back on, otherwise you'll be digging out, and you get this in here. All right, now it might wipe some of it off like it's doing right there, and it's going right to that area right there. I'm going to wipe that, because I don't need that much there, and it's going to expand. And believe me, this stuff expands. So I'm going to take a little bit on the other side now. Now when you put the two pieces of the fishing pole together, you need to make sure that the eyelets are facing the same way. So I'm going to get this, I'm looking at the level back here. Get this in there, and it's all wet. Get the top back on. All right, and here's the eyelets all facing the best way, the best you can do. Now what's going to happen, this is once again, it's going to wipe it off and be all in here. So I want to make sure that I'm looking at it straight down. I think the eyelets are the best that I can get. I'm going to wipe this because it will expand again. All right, but what that's going to do is stop that rod inside from falling back and forth. Now you could let that dry if you want, and it might do just fine for you like that, but I am going to reinforce it. All right, now this is a brand new roll of Gorilla Tape. Should be easy to find the part there. And I'm cutting off just a little piece of this. And this is about the best tape I'll tell you what, there's nothing better than this for whatever you're using it on. So I'm going to get a piece of this off, and you can rip it like I'm probably going to do because it's sticking to my scissors, and just rip it right off. And you want to go around one time and then cut it off because you don't want to build it up too much. So I'm going to wrap it here. I might go one time around, maybe two, and I'm rolling it in my hands, and there's the Band-Aid. And it blends in with the fishing pole very well. I'm going to do my best to cut this. I don't know what it's going to do to my scissors. There you go. But it leaves a residue on the scissors. All right, so there's my Band-Aid. So as far as bending down, it's going to still do the job. Okay, so just let that heal, cure, or whatever you want to call it. And I'm going to give the credit to my favorite TV show, MacGyver, because since I still watch it on Netflix, and he comes up with all sorts of ideas. And of course, he didn't come up with this one, but he originated the thought of creating ideas that I do. So, hope you like the video. Subscribe if you want to see a lot more. Saves you a little bit of money, and also most people just throw away their fishing rod and buy another one. You know, that saves you about $40 right there. Take care. Bye.